The BO situation is absolutely ridiculous too.
I don't really smell it.
Really?
Oh, Jade warned me about this.
Yeah, apparently.
It just reeks.
Congratulations.
So thank you so much.
Do you have any inklings?
I think it's definitely a boy.
He's been saying it's a boy from the very beginning.
100%.
I've been thinking it was a boy from the very beginning too, except for like when I think about the child and when I think about like when I look at the sonograms and stuff, I feel like it's a girl.
I will say the closer we get to the reveal of the sex, the more
He's 50-50.
I think,
More
okay,
he's
maybe
closer.
it could be a girl. I'm still 60-40 boy.
Okay. And any secret desires or, just hoping for the healthy baby?
Oh, well, I mean, secret desire, it's not so secret. I really want it to be a girl, but everybody tells me, even if it's a boy, you're going to be like, it does not matter. Like when the baby's born, like you do not give a crap.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent because I'd love to have a little girl, but there is something to a father-son relationship that I'd also love to really experience.
Well, you'll find out tonight. Can't wait to find out on your Instagram. But now that you're here, let's circle back to Green Mountain Coffee Roasters and the Brew Over Ice K-Pods in this contest. Tell me about it.
Okay, so basically we obviously had like a couple do-overs ourselves.
Yes,
because
we
did not exactly, it wasn't our first.
It was love at first sight, but it took time to like really get it going.
He keeps saying it was love at first sight for him, which is very sweet.
We watched it. We know.
So what we're doing with Brewovers and Green Mountain Coffee Roasters is that like people get a chance to get like the ultimate Instagram worthy Bachelor-esque date, which is going to be like kind of a do-over in their relationship or budding relationship or anything like that. And like when you have a Bachelor style date, you never it's not going to be awkward. Like it's a great opportunity for you to like experience something cool together that'll bond you, that is different than just sitting across the table from each other and like having forced conversation.
Totally.
And there's going to be a lot of iced coffee at this date, and the iced coffee, the new iced coffee K pods that they have, oh my God, like it's insane that you can make it at home and that it comes from a little K cup. They are delicious. It's cafe quality.
It's nice having the option to get an iced coffee at home because anytime I want an iced coffee, I have to go out. But now we have the option, I want an iced coffee today. I can make it with a Keurig at home, which is just the option is very nice having.
It's so smooth. The taste is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good coffee.
Is coffee something you are missing a lot right now, or are you able to like take a sip?
I'm able to have a cup a day.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm able to have a cup a day. I don't have a cup every single day, but like it's not off limits, which is nice.
That's good. With the do-over, and you joke about you guys, had a few brew-overs here. What would your advice be to couples that maybe are, revisiting a relationship or trying to like save it or rework it, or in that sense?
My advice would be jump head first. The only way you're ever going to really know if a relationship is going to work or not is if you actually commit to the relationship. I feel like a lot of people, whenever they try to revisit a relationship, start dating an ex again, rekindle, or even just kind of rediscover love in their own relationship, I think a lot of people forget that commitment is a choice and you have to make sure that you put the other person first. And the only way you're ever going to really figure it out if it works or not is if you guys commit to each other, give 100% of your total self to one another. Because so many times I have friends, they're like, I'm kind of dating this person, but I'm kind of resolving things with my ex, but I'm also like open to other things. And I'm like, that's great, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out with your ex because, how can you figure out if it's going to work or not if you're half there and your mind is half somewhere else?
And I kind of go off of Jared. It's just like kind of exhaust all options. Like I'm just like, if you just like exhaust the relationship and you try like as hard as possible, at least that way you can look back and be like, okay, well, no regrets. It like didn't work out and we tried our very hardest.
Makes sense. We talked about the perfect date, the Bachelor style date in this contest. You guys have been on some Bachelor dates. What would you describe as that like perfect Bachelorette style date? No, money is not an option. You can just throw out anything you want.
Private concert with Rob Thomas. Tom Brady comes and hangs out with us. So
Okay.
it turns into from a one-on-one date to a two-on-one date.
Okay.
And it's me, Tom, and you.
Okay.
Who gets the rose?
So, oh my
Tom
God. If I
does,
have to
and
hand
it's
it out
fine.
between Brady,
Tom is fine.
I mean, how many opportunities? She's gotten so many roses for me. I got to give a rose to
So
Tom.
many. You actually owe me a few.
I give you all my roses now. I get I've never given a rose to Tom.
No, I would want you to give the rose to Tom.
Now, what
Oh
else?
man, what do I like these days?
I don't know. Like on the show, I had some cool dates. I had the private concert with the Cranberries, and the helicopter ride was the coolest one.
I mean, I had a helicopter ride too. Our helicopter ride experiences were a little different. Jared's was around Manhattan. Mine was around the Deadlands.
Wow.
Deadlands?
Yeah,
Wait,
mine was around New York.
Badlands?
Flew past the Statue of Liberty in my Hugo Boss suit.
Yeah, that he just got and it was worth like what, $2,000 if he $2,000 probably.
Yeah, I got to keep it.
Fitted, I know.
I don't know if it was 2000.
And then, yeah, I don't know. And then I had another girl. My husband.
Never forget.
I left.
Never forget. Does that feel like, because I think you actually like posted about the anniversary of it, whenever it was. Does that feel like a long time ago, or do you still like feel sitting on those sand dunes?
Oh my God, how crazy. It's been 6.5 years. It'll be 7 years in September since the start of my season started filming. And that is insane. Like, I honestly still miss it. It's like nostalgic city.
It's going to be like in 3 years, you're going to have your 10-year Bachelor anniversary. It's like your 10-year high school reunion.
That's so crazy. It was just like, everything was like fun and young and innocent, and just like everything seemed like it was just the biggest deal. And then you're like, oh, this is not the biggest deal. This is just fun.
I know. It's the same thing when you're like a 14-year-old high school kid, first time in love, and you're like, I'm never going to find anybody like this person again. And you're like, yes, you are. You're insane. And you don't even like them that much.
You don't want to live in Iowa.
That I love quoting from a Jonas Brothers song. It's from their song Roller Coaster, and it's the days that seem the worst seem to glow now. And I just feel like that applies to so many memories in your youth. Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good season. Speaking of Bachelor, who are we rooting for Kody? What do we think's going to happen? She keeps teasing this ending is like unexpected, never happened before, and I don't know how that's going to play out. Personally.
I think that everything has actually been played out now, because a couple years ago I was like, we've never seen this, we've never seen that.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I think we've actually seen that.
I think if they're saying that it's never happened before, then my mind immediately goes to she picks Blac.
Because he came back.
He came in.
Nobody's, I think, has ever picked somebody who's come later.
Yeah.
So that would be my gut instinct.
My gut instinct says that she picks Blac too.
Do the connections on screen, because I feel like a lot of people, really like Greg, people like Blake, Justin, do you have a favorite that you've been rooting for Kody this whole time? Ashley, I know you cover the show a lot.
Do I have a favorite that I'm honestly, like, I don't feel it with any of these guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not even Blake? I feel like they have like a silly thing.
They do, but like, I have a thing, like, Blake is just a little crude for me. Like he's so not my cup of tea.
Or your cup of iced coffee.
Not my cup of iced coffee. I don't know. There's just been certain conversations where it's just like, there's a lack of romance there. There's a lot of sexuality, but like, we know that I'm just like a romance person, that it's like hard for me to connect with that. I think that's also just total personal preference. If he's right for Kody, then like, that's awesome. She's obviously with somebody right now in a committed, happy relationship. So whatever works for her.
Well, I think we're both just fully invested in Michael A's story now.
Yeah, I know. Well, wait, you barely watched.
I know. But Shannon, my sister was telling me all about Michael A. And I'm like, this dude deserves, like, I'm not joking when I say he deserves better than being the Bachelor. And being the Bachelor is awesome. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, whoever gets chosen to be the Bachelor, that's freaking awesome. But this guy like deserves even more than that. What that is, I don't know. But like, this guy,
I love him so much. Like, that's what I was saying last week.
I don't know what needs to happen, but like, I don't want him going through the drama of being the Bachelor, because like, I can't take that. And I don't even like know this guy. And like, I'm kind of a casual viewer, but this guy, I'm like, okay, no. He only good things for this man.
Exactly. And that kind of freaks, it's like, you're right. Like, do I want him to have to suffer through the Bachelor experience, which can be so rough?
Nope.
He doesn't deserve that. His heart has been gone through enough.
100%. Nope.
This man, that's why I lost a little interest last week when he left, because I was like, I realized I've been more invested in him than anything. And it's just like the guy that makes your heart warm when he hits the screen is gone now.
Like, legitimately, if they make him the Bachelor, which I'm not saying they shouldn't, but like, they need to make sure that like he doesn't cry. He he doesn't have to break up with anybody. I don't want him to go through any stress.
Montage or something?
Shannon was talking about this guy and his story, and I was like, this guy. Yeah, I was like, this guy needs to. He's
actually been leaving some flirty comments on Katie's photos that are catching people's eyes. So like, maybe he's still shooting his shot there. I don't know.
After men tell all, he seemed pretty like the shot was fired and it did not hit.
No,
it did not hit.
Yeah.
Little awkward. Paradise is coming up. Obviously, anyone who you saw on the initial cast list that you're looking forward to see from Katie's season, or from, we have a lot of people in the mix since the show was off last year. Obviously,
Grocery Store Joe is like our friend in the cast, so we're definitely most invested in that. In the original cast list, he's the one that has our attention.
1,000%.
I think if Becca Kufrin and Tia do get there, they're a little bit more our generation. We've met them. Obviously Becca is so sweet.
And Tia's so sweet.
Yeah, we both love them. So
I've only met Tia once at Chris and Crystal's wedding.
Oh,
Holy
really?
crap.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I like Tia a lot. She's cool.
So, and then, you know who I realized who's not in the cast that I think is shocking is Ben from Tayshia's season.
Oh yeah, he was so cute.
That's so weird. But then we also love Brendan. I haven't met him in real life yet, but
why wouldn't Ben be there? Brendan's down there.
Yeah, Brendan.
Yeah,
Ben Smith. He's not down there.
Yeah, Brendan. He's a mass guy. He's a New England guy. So I'm rooting for him. Abigail, I think, is extremely sweet. I hope she finds someone nice.
Yeah, Ivan. There's some good ones.
Oh yeah, Ivan.
Grocery Store Joe, obviously second time around. You guys know the difference maybe between a first and a second time. Easier the second time or harder the second time in general?
It was harder for us. I think it's more difficult because when you go through it a couple times and then you're removed from it, to go back into that world, you're not as naive as you first were.
That was a big thing for me.
And so I think you're more, not to say, it's just a different experience. It's not, any less real or anything like that.
It's a little bit less. It's less of a fantasy.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much as a fantasy. Like the first time, it's just like your eyes are like, holy crap, like it's everything sparkly and glowy. And when you re-enter that world, you're a little bit more jaded.
And then at the same time, if Kendall does come, like rumors say she may, they might have a very similar experience to what we had.
Yeah. It was sad when they broke up, but I'm rooting for them individually.
Yes.
Is there anything that people might be like super surprised to know about what it's like to film Bachelor in Paradise? Because I think it's one of the greatest shows on television personally. And I just wonder what it's really like to be on that beach.
It's pretty much what you see is what you get. I don't think you really get to see like how difficult the living situation is.
Yeah, it's definitely not glamorous. I think everybody, whenever they see us from the show, they're like, oh my God, how beautiful it is.
Yeah, you get to sleep in that like canopy thing. It's it doesn't get below 95 degrees at night.
Yeah, and you're like, it's beautiful there. The sunsets are incredible.
The toilet's barely flush, and you walk into your bathroom with like a curtain over it. That's the kind of privacy you have.
It's not like you're staying at a luxury resort. There's no AC. You're hot as hell 24/7. Like she said, the bathrooms are just like, everybody has to share them. They're filthy, especially when you share like one bathroom with like 8 dudes.
Yeah, the guys' bathrooms. I had
an outdoor bathroom that has like crabs everywhere. I'm like, oh, geez, this is terrible.
I called it my own bathroom because like nobody seemed to use this one. It was the one in the treehouse with an actual door and lock, and it had the toilet and the shower. And I was like, okay, if I'm the only one who wants to use this, I'm doing it. But that was the only bit of privacy I had.
What would you say is more tumultuous, this first trimester of pregnancy or living in paradise?
Pregnancy.
Okay.
Because
at least you can drink down there.
I decided voluntarily to do the other one twice, which I'll probably voluntarily do this twice.
You voluntarily do this, yeah.
No, dude said this twice. Going through this twice. I didn't know.
We'll see.
No, I'll do it twice.
She will.
But that is, yeah. I think also we were really young then. When you're 27 and 28, like there's a big difference between 33. Your tolerance for like all that stuff is so much higher.
I know. Now I'm 33. I'm like, I'm more of a glamper.
You're 32, but we'll call ourselves, yeah.
I'm like, I just get me, I don't need anything crazy, but I just want like a door that closes when I go to the bathroom, and I want a little privacy at night. Like I don't want to like share bunk beds. Like I'm just kind of over that facet of my life.
Yeah. Very fair. Jade and Tanner, I know you're close friends. I got 3 kids running around. Any advice that they gave you guys as you enter parenthood?
Well, right now, like we're just in the pregnancy phase, so like it's just more about getting through the pregnancy. And
they
Jade said just survive this first trimester, and it's just like that's what it is every day. And I'm like, okay, well if you say it, then that makes me feel better because you are a crap ton stronger than me. That woman had 3 births without an epidural.
I know that woman is she's a tough one. Yeah. But yeah, Tanner was like, just don't have 3 under 3. You're fine.
They really went for it. And Jared, I was talking to Ashley. Obviously, she's saying how hard it's been, throwing up 7 times in one night, all that insanity. I know there's only so much you can do, but what do you do to try to, just help her through it?
Just pretty much be there and ask her constantly, do you need anything? Do you want anything?
I will let you know if I need anything.
I know, she gets annoyed
I'm literally not shy about that. I'm like, Jared.
Like last night she was eating. She's like, take my plate, get me a ginger ale. Can you get me that? Yeah. And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, like I have no quarrels doing that. But yeah, she gets annoyed sometimes because I'll just ask because I feel so helpless. The only thing I can do is like, do you need anything?
Oh my God, the BO situation is absolutely ridiculous too.
I haven't really smelled it.
Really?
Oh, Jade warned me about this.
Yeah, apparently.
It like just reeks. It's bizarre.
Other than that, it's just, I got her flowers last week. Like I'm just trying to do whatever I can. I take care of Lois, obviously. She doesn't have to worry about that.
She just does all the errands. Like I send them out for like every meal and every little thing. I'm like, I'm sorry, you got to go back to the grocery store. But like, it's like an everyday thing.
Oh.
Better than throwing up.
Well, I'll let you guys go, but is there anything else you wanted to tell me about Green Mountain Coffee and this contest? And I know you're announcing winners soon.
Oh yeah. So the winner, when is the winner announced? I think it's this week.
Yeah.
I think it's Friday.
Know that memorized. I believe it's Friday. Where can they sign up?
Okay, yeah. So they have to go sign up at RHOBH.com, and the contest runs until the 9th.
Yes.
And they'll be FaceTiming with us as part of their date, which is really fun. And you can you type in your story at RHOBH.com, and then you can also read our story and a couple other people's stories there too.
Totally. Tanner and Jade are involved in it. So the contest goes till Monday, August 9th. You can sign up on brewover.com. Brewovers, plural. You can sign up on brewovers.com. And it's super fun. Like Ashley said, you'll FaceTime with us. So if you're Bachelor fans, you can go on this crazy over the top date and talk to some has-beens.
No, you're if you stay together from the show, you get to be in the Hall of Fame. So you guys are good. All right. Well, I always love talking to you. I'm sure I'll talk to you again soon. Congratulations again. I hope you feel better, Ashley. And thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, continue.